What's up, boys? This is a subframe for the VR4. The steering on that VR4 was not the best. A lot of play, a lot of slop. I'm just gonna get a new whole rack. Now, to get like the one for this car, the turbo one, is like 400 bucks with the 4-wheel steering. I deleted my rear row steering. So I don't know for a fact, but I'm going to assume that I can just get the front wheel drive 3000 GT steering rack and use it because it's the same, except for it shouldn't have the lines that go to the rear, right? Let me know if I'm 100% wrong, but I'm gonna get this out and clean this subframe up today. I'm gonna get this steering rack out because regardless it needs rebuilt. I'm almost positive it's the same. The only thing difference is that there's two, I don't know, I'm gonna get it out here. I'm pretty sure there's two lines that went to the rear that I got plugs for. This is actually 4 pieces, if you didn't know. So like you'll take these bolts out, this front bracket will come off. This bolt, there's a bolt down in there, 2 there, 2 there. And then you'll just have the back. You can paint all this all super nice and everything like I did last time. I just didn't primer it or really sand it down, I scuffed it up. This piece looks brand new, just covered in oil. Now I'm gonna take these control arms off. You don't have to, but one of my ball joints are bad. If you remember, I busted one of my boots open. It's this one right here. So this ball joint's gotta come out anyways. It'll just give me easier room. It'll be lighter, it'll be out of my way. I'm just gonna take these off. Those were brand new. Those don't even have 1,000 miles on them. All right, there she is. She's a mess, man. This thing's been leaking everywhere. Definitely needs, see, this is what I'm talking about right here. See, this is the only thing I think's different from the 2-wheel and the rear wheel, or the all-wheel steering. Because see, these went to the back. You cap that off when you get the rear steering delete kit. You get these two, you block them off. And I think that's the only thing that's different. I hate this rack. It's so weird to explain. It feels like you're not even turning. There's so much play in there. If you guys have been here for a while, you remember every time I took this car out, I complained about the steering. There's probably a good 2 inches of play. And then when you do start to turn, there's no like feedback. Like it feels, I don't know. I just don't like it. It's like too power assisted. I don't know, I need a stiffer steering. Maybe you can get bushings to put in there to slow down the fluid, make a stiffer turn. I don't know, I'm gonna look it up. That would be sweet. Maybe you can get like smaller power steering lines, but I gotta figure out something. Let's get this sway bar out of here. All right, there we go, boys. I'm pretty sure it's just these two. Now, like I said, I'm gonna go look at a bunch of pictures, make sure I'm good. Cause see, that's a block. And that's a block. These two lines, these used to be 2 lines here that ran to the rear steering, which I still got that rack. It's up there. I got everything off of this car. I, for some reason, can't throw anything away. I'll probably get this ready to paint and get this all painted and put back together because once that engine gets here, I'm just gonna sit the engine on there and lower this car down. I'm not gonna sit here and film me washing every little piece. Alright, that's what I did. I hit it with like engine degreaser, especially on like the worst brackets and shit like that. I got that purple power. I'm gonna hit it with a red Brillo pad. I scrubbed everything. So like I degreased everything and then I scrubbed it all with the purple power. These brackets though, there's so much grease in the corner. I actually might hit these with brake cleaner since they're all just bare metal. You know what I mean? Hit them with brake cleaner and then sand them before I paint them. Alright, there we go. Everything's degreased, wiped down, scuffed up. I'm gonna go over these brackets real good, get that rust off. I'm probably gonna wipe down and scuff those that subframe one more time with a brand new Brillo pad. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I kinda just stopped recording how much you guys wanna see me just sit here and clean and sand. I cleaned everything, 3 times. Degreaser, purple power, use brake cleaner on all the brackets. So that's all ready to be painted. Once this dries, I'll probably paint tomorrow. The brackets, probably gonna sand down to bare metal. Get rid of all that rust so I don't have to worry about it. See ya tomorrow. Second in your world. Alright, I don't know how much I'm gonna actually film today. I'm pretty much just gonna sand and primer and possibly paint. I think you guys seen enough sanding with the engine bay, right? Anything that's got rust, I'm gonna sand down the bare metal. Most of this is just surface rust, so it shouldn't be that hard to do. Anything that's bare metal, I'm gonna use self-etching primer on. And then I am going to paint. Hopefully I can at least get some of this painted today. That is the plan. At least all the grease is off. Shit looks already 100 times better, not covered in grease. Shit worked great. So that's the plan. I gotta get these pulleys off, even though yeah, they're both fucking shot. So I might as well just order new. Which I might have a problem with that. I was looking last night. I can find like the idler pulley and shit like that. I need all the pulleys. Alright, I'm gonna get the sanding. I'll bring you guys back. Check in with you when I primer, I guess. There's the subframe. Needs to go back together. There's the engine mounts. There's like the brackets for the turbos. There's the bracket for the belt. Power steering, pump, alternator, all that shit hooks onto that. That actually might be the power steering over there. You can tell how much better it looks just from the bolts, because before, just all blended in. It all came out good. Got one run somewhere, right there. Got some runs right there. But that's the only runs that I see. Everything else came out great. Probably put it back together tomorrow, let it cure overnight. Back out here. I honestly don't remember where I ended. I think the last time I was out here filming was the subframe. I got everything I need for this now, except for the rack. The only thing that I can find, I looked into it a little bit, if you go with the 2-wheel drive, non-turbo 3000 GT steering rack, the tie rods are also different, so you gotta buy tie rods for like an SL or a base. Which, I mean, that's not gonna be a problem. You just gotta remember, if I ever sell the car, that's probably gonna fuck somebody up. Which, I'll never sell this thing. This thing will probably never be worth a 1/16 of what I got in it now, let alone what I'm still planning on doing. I got the fuel filter, so I can finish putting the engine bay together. I think this is all I need, right? And then that is, I'm ready for the engine. And then I got ball joints. I can never just bring myself to just buy one. And I thought about just buying the boot, because you can buy just the boot. The only thing that's wrong, these are brand new. The whole control arms are new. These don't even have 1,000 miles on them. I'm not playing. They're brand new OEM replacement. These are straight from Mitsubishi. But when I was taking that knuckle off, or spindle, or whatever you want to call it, I put a fork right in the boot. Like I said, you could just buy a new boot. After beating the shit out of it with a hammer, I didn't know. I mean, it's fine. I don't know why I'm so weird. But whatever, at least I know that I'll have 2 new ball joints. This music's probably gonna get me in trouble. Alright, I don't know if you guys seen or not, but there was a little gap in between that ring where you could get a screwdriver in and pry this boot up. And then this is just some generic shit, which my pliers don't open up big enough to get off. I just realized you guys can't see shit, so I don't know how much you guys will actually get in the video. See, that's like a C-clamp right there. Or a snap ring. I don't know why I said C-clamp. That's like a snap ring from the factory, but it doesn't have the holes in it for you to actually use snap ring pliers on. So I've been trying to like just use needle noses backwards, like pry them open, but you gotta try to get a screwdriver down in there. It's like impossible to do. I don't even know what tool you would use. I mean, I guess if you had like better, I just bought the cheapest Harbor Freight snap ring pliers because it's like I never need them. I can get it to go open. I need a third hand. Once I pry this open, I need someone to sit here and do that. If I had bigger and better freaking snap ring pliers, the one thing I cheaped out on and was like, oh, I'll never use them. Well, I get them. I need them. Fuck me, dude. Alright, I finally got a screwdriver under it. I'm worried about it snapping back into place. I had to hold the screwdriver in my mouth. Jesus Christ, dude. What are the odds my phone is blowing up over there? Someone better be dead. I am actually wearing safety glasses right now because I have no idea where the fuck this clamp's gonna go. This is such a bad idea, guys. Fuck you. Why am I so nervous? Waiting for this thing to like bust me in the jaw. Alright, I got it bent. I don't know how much you guys can see the lighting in here. It sucks today. What is different? You see that ring coming out? There we go. That's the garbage factory snap ring. I was waiting for that thing to snap off and come flying hit me right in the eye. This is perfect. I don't have a ball joint press anymore. I don't know where it's at. I let someone borrow it and I never got it back. So I'll use that on that. I'm gonna use the press. Alright, I don't know if you guys know how to use these. I'll explain it real quick. It's pretty much just a jack, a bottle jack. Then you can use this so it can go through. And then you'll put like a socket on there. And then you just jack it down. Alright, hopefully you guys can see it. Forgot all about making sure I was recording. But yeah, there you go. If you got ball joint press, it's a lot easier, man. You just run an impact on there or even just a wrench. It's not pressing, they're hard. Alright, I'm gonna clean that lip out with just 600 grit. Just wipe it real quick. Oh my god. Alright, I'm not going to sit here and just get into a shit mood today. This is ridiculous. I got a ball joint press. I let someone borrow it. Never got it back. I don't have a big enough socket to go around it. You need a socket or the ball joint tool to go around that lip. So you're pressing only on that. If you press on this, you'll crush it. So I either need like a, what is this, a 32? Yeah, I need something like a 38 socket. You need a ball joint press. I don't even know why I started it without the ball joint press. Don't you love when you start shit and you can't finish it? Yeah, even if I use that though, it's not gonna let me go past that lip on the control arm. This is dumb. Dumb! Alright, what's up guys? Where I left off with working on the subframe, I got that ball joint out, but someone took my ball joint press and I couldn't put it back in with that press. It just wasn't gonna happen. I got the cheapest one on Amazon. It actually looks exactly like the Harbor Freight one that I've had before. The only problem why I stopped buying the Harbor Freight ones is that these will crack. These cheap cast aluminum things, but whatever. I mean, for 40 bucks, if you're just working on cars, I'm sure it'll be fine. But you sit here and try to like pull out an old rusty ball joint on like a 1-ton truck, this will snap. Usually breaks like right there. I don't really remember where I left off. I'm sure I left off saying that shit wasn't gonna work out right. But this ball joint's gotta go up from the bottom. Let's see. I don't have my head mount, so I don't really know where I'm gonna put you guys yet. My god, dude, I got this new freaking tripod. My first tripod, and this thing's a piece of shit. I ended up putting the whole arm in the vise. Just so, you wanna make sure these are going in there even. I honestly have never had a ball joint this hard to move. Like, I guess that's good, right? The tighter, the better, but look, this is also brand new. Like, look how easy that is. This is straight from Mitsubishi. I don't know, I mean, I guess once you use it, it'll wear in a little bit better, but still, I've never had one this tight out of the box. I'm like leaning on this. This isn't greasable, even though I thought it was. I'm almost positive it said greasable ball joint when I ordered it. So you're gonna wanna fill this up with grease before you put the boot in and everything on. I gotta find my head mount. This is not working out. Alright, you gotta sit here and get this ring around there. I'm not gonna be able to hold this camera. I don't have my head mount. Let me see if I can set you up with this stupid ass tripod. Alright, you wanna put some grease on this before you put the boot on. I really missed my head mount. I have no idea what I did with it. So this music's probably way too loud. I probably have to cut all this shit out, or at least turn, like do a time lapse. But I'm just sitting here moving it around, getting the grease around that ball joint real good. And moving it back, it'll push some of the grease down under it. Alright, there you go. That's how you make a big ass fucking mess to put a ball joint in. I'm gonna do the other one. It's the same thing. I'm not gonna sit here and try to record that. Alright, there we go. 16 and a half hours later. Just playing. Got the other ball joint in. These ball joints are so much better than the factory ones. Look at that. That's for real like a couple 100 miles. It's way too loose. That's not even the one that I ripped the boot on. I'm excited that I got better ball joints, that's for sure. This thing's ready to go back together. I just need a steering rack, throw that together, go pick up my engine, put the engine on there, reassemble everything, put it in the car. Alright, what's up guys? It's actually been like 2 weeks since what you just last seen, because this said it was going to be here in 3 days. Day 4 I got an email saying it was going to be more like 2 weeks. So, let's open it up, make sure everything's right. This thing is covered in fucking oil. Well, that's nice. It definitely doesn't look the same at all. So I waited forever for the shit not to be right. I don't even know what half of this shit is up top. I mean, it's definitely got the same mounting points. This whole thing is different, kind of, sort of. I mean, what I guess I could do is unbolt this and put that on there. Why is it like that? What is this whole shit over here? This like adjustable now? Leave it down in the comments. That'd be awesome if that's what that is. Can you adjust how stiff your steering is now with this? Looks like it's the same splines. Alright, well the lines screw in. It's gonna bolt in. Because everything, like where the mounting brackets are all the same. What is all this shit over here? Is it just so I can adjust how stiff it is? I mean, this isn't like Mitsubishi's rack. This is from Detroit. So maybe Detroit just has it set up to where you can adjust it. I don't know what these do. There's like a flathead with a bolt or a nut. And then there's a bolt at the bottom. And then you still got your like normal big thing right here, whatever this is called. This is supposed to like tighten up if there's any play in there. I don't know. Alright, well this is going to be the end of this video. It's long enough. Next video, we'll put that in there. Leave it down in the comments. Tell me what all that shit is, please. Alright, so tomorrow I'll be out here first thing in the morning. And I'll be putting that rack in the subframe, putting the subframe back together. And I don't know. I might be going and picking up the engine tomorrow. So I will see you in the next one. For real, please don't leave me hanging. Leave it down in the comments. Tell me what that is. If that adjusts how stiff the steering is, I'm going to make it as stiff as possible. I'm just going to tighten it up all the way. I wonder if this thing came with instructions. Alright guys, see you tomorrow. I'm out of here. Be out here first thing in the morning.
I'm willing to die for this shit. I'm ready to flip and end up in prison the rest of my life for this shit. So my mama ain't want me, she got in the bush and I end up surviving this shit. And if I want a son, I ain't got the money, I'll probably be robbing.